going on, blockchain? This is Nick from Truth Blitz. Hope you guys are having a good one. So as always, let's take a look at the market, and we are down from yesterday. I said I had that gut feeling that things were going to turn around. We made another try at breaking through that resistance level for Bitcoin, and we bounced right back beneath it. So right now Bitcoin at 9,103, and the overall market cap of the space is 369 billion. Bitcoin dominance very slightly down from yesterday, 41.7%. So you know, we're probably going to continue to go downward. Hopefully we will bounce off the same support level that we've touched about twice already, and that's around 8,400. Hopefully we don't break down beneath that. So what'll probably happen is, and again, this isn't definite, but we're probably going to head back down, get to that previous support level of 8,400, and then climb back up and try to break that 9,600 area again. So I guess they say third time's a charm, right? So we will see what happens with that. So quickly, I want to get into this article here. And South Carolina has hit Genesis Mining with a cease and desist order. So it seems, you know, with things we've seen lately, South Carolina may not be as crypto friendly as other states such as Wyoming and Arizona. Granted, you know, the things that have happened so far have been against companies like BitConnect, you know, when they got hit with cease and desists and so on and so forth. But now they're hitting Genesis Mining. So let's just read a little bit. Cloud mining service Genesis Mining has been told to stop operating in the state of South Carolina, according to a cease and desist order released on March 9th. Genesis and a second firm, Swiss Gold Global, were named in the order, which says that mining contracts sold to state residents are considered securities. The Securities Commission of South Carolina alleged that Swiss Gold Global acted as a broker-dealer for Genesis, but that it hadn't registered in the state to offer securities. At all times relevant to this order, respondent Genesis Mining continuously offered investment opportunities in mining contracts to South Carolina residents through its website. At no time relevant to the events herein was respondent Swiss Gold Global registered with the division as a broker-dealer, and no exemption from registration has been claimed by respondent Swiss Gold Global. So, you know, I guess pretty much at the current time, Genesis Mining will not be available in South Carolina. So it makes me wonder if we're going to see any more of this from other states. I know Texas seems to be one that goes after companies in this manner, so I would not be surprised if we saw a cease and desist coming from Texas toward Genesis Mining. So we'll have to wait and see. Quickly, I have this article here. And Truex teams with Consensus to make Ethereum more accessible to institutional players. New York-based fintech company Truex has announced an upcoming release of a regulated derivatives marketplace for digital assets, as well as a partnership between their newly created affiliate True Digital Holdings and blockchain tech company Consensus to create a benchmark rate for the price of Ethereum. The announcement comes from a press release published today, March 12th. Truex, which is the first exchange approved by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission as a designated contract market (DCM) for swaps, writes that the initial Bitcoin contract settled in USD will be listed as True Digital on the current Truex swap platform. The press release notes that Truex is still awaiting approval from the CFTC for the contracts. According to Sunil Hirani, the founder of TDH, the growing crypto marketplace has thus far been lacking this kind of institutional involvement that Truex will offer. Institutional investors and commercial partners are ready for a regulated and liquid marketplace to gain exposure to and hedge these increasingly important digital currencies. and commodities, but the marketplace is sorely lacking the necessary foundation, infrastructure, and platforms that institutional investors have come to expect in other important markets. The partnership between TDH and Consensus and the creation of the Ether benchmark rate will go alongside the creation of the infrastructure needed for a broad adoption of digital assets by the institutional community. According to the press release, Ethereum is the second largest digital asset by market cap, Bitcoin as the first, according to the data on CoinMarketCap. Earlier in December in 2017, CBOE launched the first Bitcoin futures contracts, with CME launching the second around a week later. So, this could be very good for the overall space. This could really kind of start bringing in institutional money, especially with all the talk and it's not just talk because it's going to happen, but all of the proposed regulations that are going to be introduced to the crypto space via the SEC. And not just the SEC, other regulatory bodies around the world, but for here in the States, you know, the SEC and the CFTC. So this could be good. This could really be good for, you know, prices. This could bring prices way up. Now, I don't know much else about this at the moment. I just saw this article. So something we're going to have to, I'm sure we'll get more information about it as time goes on. But the institutional money is going to start coming into the space. A lot of people who really had no business getting into crypto to begin with are, you know, kind of washed their hands of crypto because they bought in merely because of FOMO on our ascent up to the 20,000 range. And then when Bitcoin and consequently all the altcoins came down, they really got scared out. And not everybody, but a huge number of people who, like I said, had no business getting in this to begin with. They did it purely for financial gain, not knowing anything about the importance of blockchain and what blockchain can do to basically free us from central bank enslavement. So, you know, that's something that they are going to have to, I'm sure many will get back in. Some are probably just too terrified now. Once you've gone through a few market crashes, right, a few corrections, we'll say. I remember my first big one, you know, and excuse me, I didn't own enough Bitcoin prior to last year to really be affected that much emotionally by corrections. I had a pretty insignificant amount. However, once I really got into the crypto space last year, in January, when I started getting Ethereum and then started going into ICOs and so on and so forth, once I had more skin in the game, right? My first big correction after that, and I don't remember which one it was, but you're not ready for something like that mentally, right? Because I wasn't paying enough attention to the market prior to that to really even be, you know, knowing when we were hitting a correction, you know, what prices were. I didn't pay much attention to it. I had some Bitcoin, not much, and it was there. I didn't even look at it. So for people who are not used to going through these, you know, when it happens, it can be a scary thing, especially if you have a lot of money on the table. So anyway, that is that is that for my little stroll down memory lane, I guess, as they say. So back to the Populous beta. I did get a good handful of test PPT. So I am going to make another video on that. You know, try to buy some invoices and test it out. So I'll definitely make another video, let you know how it goes. But you know, if you guys saw my video from yesterday, just a quick overview of it, I like the way it's set up. You know, I'm glad he put it out as promised, as I said, and I still am a Populous fan. So anyway, guys, that is it for now. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Block Party Podcast channel. Check out the website, truthblitz.com. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and all that other good shit. And I'll see you guys later.